Good day, ladies and gentlemen. In front of you is Rose Ellen Abusejo Abraham. Today, we're going to talk about the purpose and the different method of grading and reporting system of students' performance, and its advantage and disadvantage. But before anything else, let us know our learning objectives. And our learning objectives at the end of the lesson, the students are able to explain the grading and reporting system, identify the different method of grading and reporting system, and recognize the advantage and disadvantage of grading and reporting methods. So what is grading system? The grading system that a school has developed to guide how teacher assess and grade the students' work. A grading system in education is a system that is used to assess the educational performance of a child and entirely based on one point. Grading is used to evaluate and provides feedback on students' work. In this way, instructors communicate to the student how will they perform in the course and whether they need to more help to achieve the course goal. That traditionally the grading grades are A plus, A minus, B plus, B minus, C plus, C minus, D plus, D, and D minus, and F. With the A plus is being the highest and the F is being the lowest. In some cases, grade can also be a numerical. Numerical to letter grade conversion generally varies from the system to the system and between the discipline and status. In the Philippines, in elementary and secondary education, school use a grading system from 0% to 100%. And the result of 75% is the passing or the passing grade, and the result of 65 to below are the listed as 65 on the transcript. Grades have several explicit functions such as give information about student attainment, to function as the instrument of selection for the next level in the educational system, and to in case student motivate to learn. In many important respects, however, knowledge is limited about how will in its what way thus features are met. This would be the one reason why the discussion of education and grading system seems often be grounded in ideological conception and ideas, and only to a limited extent it is based on the result from the research. For example, the effect of grade on students' motivation, learning, and achievement has a controversial question since the beginning of the 1970s. And research indicate the diverging result. It is from the research of Herlin and Dakin 2002. Next is what is reporting system. The reporting system is the system that a school has developed for the organization and assignment score in grade books, either online or paper, and the determination of final grades for the report cards and transcript. Reporting is the process used to communicate knowledge gained from the assessing student learning. The purpose of reporting is to provide relevant information about the student's progress to students, parents, support staff, and other teachers. Progress report gives students an overview of their overall performance in the semester or over the academic year. This report enables students to understand their shortcomings and strengths and work on their weaknesses to excel in the academic. The main purpose of the reporting system in education is to show students' strengths and weaknesses, again, providing information on personal and social development, enhancing student motivation, for example, short-term goals, indicates where teaching might be modified. Parents want to know what is learned and how will where improve and is needed, and what should be done next. This means that the reports gives parents and caregiver a clear picture of their children's progress and achievement against clear defined standards. So there are considerations for school or distinct when redesigning grading system. So the central challenge of all school is to create a vibrant and supportive culture of learning. In school where this culture exists, the faculty believe they can teach all students to reach high standards and have designed school-wide system to help students get there. And grading and reporting system can play an important role in helping school create this culture of high expectation and nurturing support. There are also guiding premises in developing grading and reporting system. First is the primary goal of grading and reporting system is communication. Second, grading and reporting are integral parts of the instructional process. Third, a good reporting is based on a good evidence. Fourth is changes in grading and reporting are best accomplished through the development of a comprehensive reporting system.
The following are the guiding premises in developing a grading and reporting system. First is the primary goal of the grading and reporting is communication. Second, grading and reporting are integral part of the instructional process. Third, the good reporting is based on a good evidence. Fourth, the changes in grading and reporting are best accomplished through the development of the comprehensive reporting system.
Building a grading and reporting system, they must consider the following. First is the basic of good reporting is good evidence. The second is the major purpose of grading and reporting. And third is the type of grading and reporting method that is to be used. So first, let's talk about the basic of good reporting is a good evidence. So what is? The basic of such high quality information is a critical evidence of students' learning. Whatever it preferred and requires of the teacher when it comes to format, grading, and reporting should provide high quality information to interest person by means of any schema they can understand and use. So there are three qualities that can contribute to the goodness and evidence that is gathered on students' learning. So the three qualities are described in the following. First, let's talk about the validity. The first quality, it refers to the appropriateness and adequacy of interpretation made from that information by Lin and Granland 2000. For example, if an assessment is to be used to describe students' reading comprehension, the evidence should actually reflect the reading comprehension and not other irrelevant. The second quality, which is reliability. Reliability refers to the consistency of assessment result. For example, attained a very similar score when the same assessment procedure or same assessment procedure are used with the same students at two different times, which is the result have high degree of reliability. And the third quality of the basic of good reporting is a good evidence is the quantity. The quantity means that the more source of evidence on students' learning, the better the information can be reported. For example, in a single source of evidence of students' learning can be imperfect. It is essential that multiple sources of evidence in grading and reporting student is utilized. The second that must consider to build a grading and reporting system is the major purpose of the grading and reporting. So the following are the major purpose of grading and reporting. First is to communicate the achievement status of students to the parents and others. Second, to provide information that students can use for self-evaluation. Third is to select, identify, or group students for certain education path or programs. Fourth is to provide incentive for students to learn. Fifth is to evaluate the effectiveness of the instructional program. And the last is to provide evidence of students' lack of effort or inappropriate responsibility. The following that I'll be mentioned are the possible sources of grading and reporting system. major exam or composition, class quizzes, reporting or project, students' portfolio, exhibit of students' work, laboratory, students' notebook or journals, classroom observation, oral participation, class participation, work habits, neatness, effort, attendance, punctuality or assignment, class behavior or attendance, and progress made. The third that must consider in building a grading and reporting system is the grading and reporting method. So there are four commonly used methods in grading and reporting. And today we're going to talk about it and their advantage and disadvantages. The first method is the letter grade. Second method is the percentage grade. Third method is the standard-based grading. And the fourth method is the pass-fail grading. The first method is the letter grade. It is the most common and best known of all grading method. It is mostly composed of 5-level grading scale. So letter grade is this description and it is grade from A to F grade. So what is letter grade? Grade letter, also called as the letter grade, are symbols used to represent a range of grades. For example, A could be used to represent grade of 80% above. B to represent the grade between 70 to 80%. C to represent grade between 50 and 70% and so on. So the advantages of the letter grade. It is brief description of student achievement and level of performance, including student potential can be provided to the parent and interested person. So the second advantage, it is based on parents' experience when they were still studying. It is easy for them to believe and understand what a letter grade means. The disadvantage of letter grade is, first, it requires an abstract of great deal of information into a single symbol by Stringing 2001. Second is the despite of educators' best effort, letter grades tend to be interrupted by parents and strictly norms reference term. It is the cutoff between grades categories are always arbitrary and difficult to justify. The third disadvantage is lack of richness of other more detailed reporting methods such as standard-based grading, mastery grading, and narrative.
The table shown is how letter grade used as the grading method in criterion reference, norm reference, combined norm and criterion reference, and based on improvement by using 5 level of grading scale, which is from A grade to F grade and guided by each description.
The second commonly used in grading and reporting method is the percentage grade. Percentage grade are the ultimate and multi-category grading method. It can range from 0 to 100 and it is generally more popular among high school teachers than elementary teachers. The percentage-based system uses 100% scale to grade the student's performance. Each assignment is assigned in 100%. Individual assignments are grouped into categories which then assign a different percentage or weight to calculate the final course grade. The sum up of the categories is 100. For example, in the class with 50 participation points, 50 homework points, 100 essay points, and 200 test points, with the total points possible is 400. If you earn 330 points in this class, you divided that by 400 for a quotient of 0.825, which corresponds to the percentage grade of 82.5% or a low B. The advantage of the percentage grade is it allows for a maximized discrimination of evaluation of students' achievement and performance, and maximize the variation among students, making it easy to choose students for honor or representative for the special program.
The disadvantage of percentage grade, it requires a great deal of abstraction. The interpretation of meaning of the percentage grade is extremely difficult. The cutoff are no less arbitrary but a lot more. Because of a large number of grade categories, it is less reliable and more subjective.
The third commonly used in grading and reporting method is the standard-based grading. The standard-based grading, it is the comparing of students' performance to a pre-established standards or level of performance. Most standard-based scale are 0 to 4 or 0 to 5 and reflect students' increasing skills or mastery. For a 1 out of 4 scales, a score of 1 indicates that students have little understanding of a concept and cannot demonstrate any mastery of it. As students learn and progress, they can demonstrate partial mastery of score 2. The advantage of standard-based grading with it has clear learning goals or standard are established. The standard-based grading offers meaningful information about students' achievement and performance to students, parents, and others. And also if information is retained, it can be useful for diagnostic and perspective purposes. And also facilitates teaching and learning process better than any other grading method. While the disadvantage of the standards-based grading is it takes a lot of effort and it is often too complicated for parents to understand and also may not communicate the appropriateness of students' progress. The fourth commonly used in grading and reporting method is the pass-fail grading. The pass-fail grading uses the common scale of pass-fail. So what are the pass-fail classes? Pass-fail classes operates on a binary grading system, meaning that no letter grade will be recorded on your college transcript. Instead, you will simply earn credit depending on whether you did satisfactory work in the class. So what is an example of pass-fail grading? For example, 90% or higher is an A, 80% to 89% is the B, and so on. But when you take a class as pass-fail, you will receive a pass of any higher grade than D. In some universities, they are more strict. As such, only letter C is higher are considered passing. The advantage of pass-fail grading is simplifies the grading process for teachers and students. It uses a single minimal cutoff and 2 grade categories to improve the reliability of the grading. The pass-fail grading has the potential to relax the learning environment by focusing students' attention on their learning rather than on grades by Goldstein and Taylor 1971. And also, passing fail grade is what students face in many real-life situations. The disadvantage of pass-fail grading is students gain very little prescriptive information. Students spend less time studying if pass-fail grading is used than when the wider range of grade system are utilized. Students only study to attain the minimum passing level and show less effort in striving for excellence.